Norwegian Oiler. What's happening? How you doing? Good morning or good evening, whichever one. I don't even know. You're in Australia, right? So I don't even know how that must be like midnight or something. Or 2 a.m. Dang. It is 10 a.m. here. Alright, what are we gonna do? You just woke up? Dang, you're on like I used to be on a schedule like that where I go to sleep at weird hours and then I'd wake up like 2, 3 a.m. or 8 p.m. or, I don't do that stuff anymore though. Yeah, TypeBlazer today, man. 4 p.m. here. Where's that? That must be somewhere in Europe, huh? Hey, Adam Learns Live. What's up? Stream Titan has typo in there? Oh no. Yeah, it was for sure vibe coded, man. Hey, vibe coded is fun though. I was like a little bit nervous to try it, but I've been having so much fun and it's been pretty okay, I'd say. Nervous to try it because everyone says, "Oh, it's all just gonna produce crap code and there's gonna be so many security issues and blah blah blah." But who knows? I don't think anyone's given it, or I don't think there's long enough time to see what we can really build. Anyways, that's why I'm trying to build this TypeBlazer thing. Let's see. There's a lot of bugs in it though. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably because it's vibe coded. Let's see where we at. I think yesterday was the most stable it's been though. That's for sure. I've been like doing all these championship races yesterday, and it seems to be doing what it's supposed to do. But we'll see. Hey, enjoy your breakfast, Adam. See you later, man. I have this total black screen for my window so I can sleep early if I need to, as the room is totally dark. Yeah, I don't really need those blackout curtains because I sleep through anything, but I know what you mean. Alright, how are we gonna fix things here, man? Some weird things are happening. I swear I didn't see this 12 a.m. this morning when I checked it, but it's there now. And then we have all the races, but we don't have the 10 a.m. race. So there was supposed to be a race at 10 a.m. It's not showing up. So I think that's a bug. I should try to document that bug. I find light still gets through with black curtains. Man, sounds like you need some thicker curtains. Alright, how do I say this? Hold on, let me think. The time is now 10:11 a.m. Wait, this is the title. Championship race history seems to be off by 1. The time is now 10:11 a.m. And I'm looking at the championship race, and it says the last championship race was at 9 a.m. This is not correct because the last championship race was supposed to be at 10 a.m. Let's investigate why this is happening. This is a bug. Also need more passages in this thing. I'm not sure what I'm going to focus on today. This one pulls down over the window completely. If you want to check it out, screen away. I'll check it out, man. Oh, this is a fancy one. This is real fancy. Usually I don't have anything fancy. Sometimes I'll just like duct tape some cardboard out there. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, from Munich. Very nice, man. I went to Munich a long time ago when I was like 19. That doesn't tell you how long ago, but it was like almost 20 years ago. Need to up the fancy? Yeah, maybe. All right, let's. What are we gonna do, man? I guess we can deploy because I had a bunch of changes that I need to check to see how they were doing. Let's see all the changes. I don't remember the last time I deployed. Maybe it was 12 hours ago. Maybe it was 16 hours ago. I don't think I got these things in here. So I'm going to pull and merge. That's what I'm going to do right now. This is TypeBlazer. And then let me get a terminal going. Build my stuff. We'll see. So, Norwegian Oiler, what the heck are you doing up at 2 a.m.? Like, just waking up. What are you going to be doing the whole night, man? Are you, like, working on some weird time zones because you're in, like, a U.S. team or whatever? Or is it just, like, you like staying up late and sleeping during the day? Is this normal for you? Patty Bills, welcome to the party. How are you doing, man? All right, so did those things. Let's redeploy. I need more passages. You guys want to see all the passages I've been trying to scrape? Wait, I did some work. Let me see. I was trying to build a UI to browse my passages. And then like approve them or not approve them. Yeah, this one. Admin passages. I don't know if it's gonna work though. We're about to find out because I'm like trying to deploy it. Let's see. Let us see what's popping. How do I see the admin UI? Maybe I should ask it that. Oh, look. So there's one change so far. The little loading screen. Control Alt R to try again. Does that work? I don't think that works, man. Let's try to target WPMs. Wait, let's start over. What did I say? 100% these keys don't work. These hotkeys that they said should work. But anyways, we'll try and fix that. So I'm gonna put my target WPMs. I guess if I hit the target, it turns green. But it's not obvious. Maybe I should make an issue here saying, hey, Patty Bills, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. About to put you up on the board. Patty Bills. Thank you so much. Where you at? Right here. All right. So what was I doing? I was trying to make this issue about the target WPM. Target WPM in practice mode needs some work. So we have the ability to set some target WPMs, and then the highlight changes to green. But it's not so obvious that that's what's going to happen. So let's try and add in some nice UI changes that will say once you hit the target WPM, the highlight will change to some color. Let's say it's the color green, and show the color green that it's going to change to. Maybe we can also have some green text appear that says target WPM achieved or sustained or something like that, man. What else? Make it look nice, pretty much. Alright, I'm not even going to label this. I'm just going to create the bugs, and then we're going to try and do them. So what else? Another issue is hotkeys don't work. We implemented some hotkeys for practice mode to restart the test or to load a new test, I think. Test means passage here. But I'm on a Mac, and I'm not sure if these are working. Maybe you should investigate to see if something is wrong. Something's wrong for sure. All right, that's another bug. What else doesn't work that I just added? I don't even know what I just added. Let me check my pull requests. I did all this like Ralph loops. So I just set the thing on, and I went to go eat dinner and whatever. Play games. So hotkeys not really working. Target mode thing, target WPM thing kind of works. Elo system, I don't know if it's like fully implemented. Loading spinner looks like it works. I saw the loading spinner like right there. And then we should see it elsewhere, like we just saw it right there, I think. Alright, loading spinner looks good. What else did we get? There are some other bugs with the championship race. So, alright, we just created these 3 new issues. I'm gonna try and just knock those out real quick. But also, I need to check the admin UI passages. Hey, we just added a new feature for admins to browse the passage, all the passages in the database. How do I navigate to that page, and how do I make my account an admin account? All right, I need some tips. All right, man, what are we gonna do? We're gonna wait until Claude tells us what to do. That's what I like doing. Here we go. Man. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you all my passages. Let me show you my passages. I've been doing some weird things trying to get passages. I think I have like 700 extra passages now, but they're not all available yet. Let me see. Can I show you my tables? Yeah, look at all my passages, man. 677 more passages to go. I had it scrape a bunch of Wikipedia articles randomly, and then try to generate some facts after reading those articles. So I didn't really want to take the Wikipedia text exactly as it is. I just told the AI to like summarize things or extract interesting facts and turn them into passage text. Have you tried Sonnet 4.6? I have not. I think it just came out yesterday or something. I have almost exclusively been using Opus 4.6. But yesterday I used Haiku to extract these texts because Opus was taking like a long time to extract facts. You know, it would go so slow. How slow? Maybe like to do 100 or 50 passages, it would take like 15 minutes. So then I tried to switch to Haiku instead to just read the Wikipedia articles and generate some passages. And it was a lot faster. I don't know how much faster, but it did like 600 passages in 5 minutes instead. But I haven't actually looked at the passages. I don't know if they're good or bad or if they're whack or what. So I have this admin UI browser I'm trying to implement to check out the passages and like approve them. Wait, what is this? So I gotta run this or user profiles is admin. I'm not gonna do that on my screen. I don't want y'all to see everything about is admin. Here we go. I am an admin, man. So I gotta go to /admin/passages. Let's try. Hey, it's a secret link. So these are all my pending passages. 677. That lines up with what we saw in Supabase. Should I just spot check a couple of them? And so each thing has its category or whatever. These are olive. Should I just approve everything? These are live passages. 21 words. Kind of select all. I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I just approve everything? Who cares, right? How is difficulty calculated? Punctuation and capitalization? That is a proprietary algorithm, man. But I don't know. I told the AI to make some formula to try and determine the difficulty of a passage based on numbers, characters, special characters, weird words in there and stuff. Maybe the length of the words. So I actually don't really know how it does it. But let's look at something that is the most difficult. I don't know. I don't think we can sort based on difficulty though. But maybe we can do it in Supabase. Let's see. Passages. Difficulty. Alright, this is the most difficult passage, they say. Can you guys see that? Oh yeah, look at it. It has numbers, it has weird symbols, it has punctuation, colon. It got lots of special characters in here. So I guess that's why it's marked as difficult. So let's look at a not so difficult. The easiest one, they say. No numbers, just one special character. So I guess something to do with that. All right, I'm tempted to just approve everything. Let me just ask it. How can I approve everything in my staging passages to live passages? Do you have a script for that? I don't want to click everything on the UI right now, but I just wanted to see if there was a UI that looked okay. I think it looks all right. There's a lot of new space passages and whatnot. So I think I scraped about 100 articles in Wikipedia, maybe a little bit more, random ones. And I have a list of about 1,000 Wikipedia articles that my scraper will eventually go through to just find random passages, categorize them based on like whatever space, mythology. There's probably a lot arts, technology, geography, whatever, you know. And it's kind of like every time you write a passage, you also learn some random trivia about that category. So not only are you training your typing speed, you're also practicing for trivia night out there. All right, let's see. Bulk approve. Approve selected. I don't want to select everything like that, man. Can we select all? Let me just approve a couple to see what's up. Let's do mythology. Let's just see if it works. Approve. All right, so then now staging gets approved. What does that mean? All right, when a passage in the passages staging gets approved, what does that mean? Does it actually go live, or how does it go live? Zero brain XP waste, yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, is Claude down, man? Come on. Just got started, man. What am I gonna do without Claude? We gotta go to the down detector. Is it down for anyone else who's also using Claude? Had issues all day, dang. Well, is it time to switch? Try to self-host your AI? Maybe I could. How much RAM do you need for that one, man? But I don't know if I'll actually seriously self-host any of my AIs right now. Maybe if I was in some non-internet place in the jungle, I would consider it. But I think what's out there is probably a lot better than self-hosting. K Little Pixel, what's up, man? Locking in for another fun day in the interwebs, yeah. Every time, it's always fun. Come on, Claude. Coin is so underrated. I've been working on an app that quickly summarizes text on my screen. It's just a little right-click context menu, but it's so good. How much? Yeah. What specs do you need to run that thing, man? Because I got some specs. I'm interested in trying out something. You know, half the internet was crashed out last night. So I heard. I heard about YouTube going down. Should I look to see if there's any inside info on what happened? I'm I'm browsing Team Blind right now. I don't. No one's talking about it, man. No one's talking about you. Oh, there's the thread. YouTube down. Anyone saying anything? The code that broke it is terrible. Oh shit. Apparently, I don't even know if I can say. I don't even work there anymore, so who cares, right? But people are saying that they looked at the code that brought YouTube down and what the bug was. I've seen code like this at work. Anyways, I'm not gonna say, but I know. Something silly. Genuinely, you can run Quen 2.5 on a Raspberry Pi. Dang. It's great for just general tech stuff. You're on a Mac, so you'll have MLX. You could probably run a pretty decent-ish model. Quen 2.5 is usually the go-to. Alright, I'm gonna check it out, man. I've heard GLM is bumping, but maybe you need like a crazy machine to run that. YouTube, Claude, Cloudflare, Netflix, Google? For real? Nah, but some of them are not related. Maybe the Cloudflare ones are related to the others, but the YouTube one, I think, was a YouTube only problem, right? Man, this is all right. This is one thing I miss about working at Google is anytime something happens, I'm able to just read all about that problem. Like there's a lot of documents, or you can read the threads where they're like trying to figure out what the problem is, and that stuff is interesting. So I do miss some things. For Frontier open source models, you're gonna need some thermal extractor superconductor type rig. Yeah, I don't have that, man. All right, are we back? I think we're back because it's not API erroring immediately. All right, approving a staging passage does not make it go live. It's a two-step process. Approve, and then promote. Yeah, how do we promote, man? How can I promote things? Is there a script I can run to just promote everything in staging to live? That's all I want, man. Oh yeah, we do have something, but this only marks things as approved. All right, I'll try it anyways. I'll try it, man. So they say I gotta go to. I don't have the dang key. All right, nobody look. Don't look at my ENVs. Where did I put this thing? Put it like right here. Try it again. Ooh, one promoted, so it actually works. All right. How can I approve all of my passages in staging? Can you write me like a quick SQL query to do that? About to approve everything and check out some new passages. And then I think maybe I need some type of public passage browser or rating system for passages. I don't know. All right, here we go, man. We're gonna run this in our thing. And then we're gonna run the promoter. Ooh, we just promoted everything. So we got arts, culture. I don't even know what this is. Etymology? What does that even mean, man? Study of the origin of words. The heck? Who knows that? Alright. Let's see if we get these new passages. Oh, I think this is a new passage. Alright, I make a bug, man, to show the passage category on here, as well as like maybe the passage ID or something. So is the plan for people to have scores on certain passages so people can compete for scores on that passage? Not really, but maybe maybe I should add something like that. I'm thinking more of I just want to remember each passage. Well, first I need some type of browser so that I can like take down passages or add passages from a UI. Secondly, I'd like to categorize my passages so that you can choose like I only want to type passages that deal with technology and dinosaurs. Like I don't care about arts and movies, so I don't want to type those passages. But I care about dinosaurs, so let's do those. And then I also want to be able to have like a history for your like if I get this passage, it would say, oh, kind of like leak code. You did this problem 2 years ago. It would be like, oh yeah, the last time you typed this passage, you were 96 WPMs or something like that. But yeah, nothing too crazy, I'd say. And then I do want a passage of the day that maybe you do the passage and then it's like a leaderboard. Then you can compete with others on that one passage. And maybe you have like one time you can do that passage only for that day or something. Anyways, let's try this. This is a long passage though. Target WPM reached. Alright, more passages. Oh, these are all long, man. I might have to tell it to make them a little bit shorter. Long ass passages. For real. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't have promoted all of those things, man. Jesus. Alright, let's see. Maybe I should have checked them. I want to talk to it. Is there a way to demote live passages to staging? Length would probably be a good category filter. Yeah, that's a good one for sure. Yeah, make me a thing that will demote. Let me do that from the admin UI or something. All right, let me see my passages. Huh. Thanks. There's a lot that never got deleted here. All these passages, not that great now. They're too long. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, maybe I can do created at. Yeah. Maybe I should tell it. I want the tool. This is a custom ad hoc tool, by the way, but I want it to be able to look at the live passages table, and I want to be able to move them back to staging. And I should be able to filter by created time. Was it create? By created at. Smart coder. What's happened? Your passages don't have their own URLs? Man, I'm still building the site. What's happened, smart coder? Should they need their own URLs? I don't know if I want them to have their own URLs, but maybe they should. I haven't really thought about that. Anyways, maybe it should be like leak code where you can click on a passage, but I don't know if I want that, man. I just don't want every passage to be so long. I'm not sure what's a good length for a passage. I think if it's too long, it's like not that fun. Anyways. Techno Phase, what's happening? How you doing? I need to get the passages dynamically using an LLM? What do you mean? These ones I've just generated. But man. Alright. Should we try out... did I set my alarm for the championship race? That's what I really want to try out, man. Again. Alright, let's start feeding this thing the bugs to fix. I'd say that's what we should do. Where's our bugs? Issues. I'll just have this one do its thing. And then... I guess I'll just make... new terminal. Jeez, I didn't want to split. New terminal. Open up Claude. I'm going to tell it to do 365. All right. Do issue number 365. What has happened? I click split terminal. Where the heck? Where did it split my terminal, man? Up here? It's crazy. All right, now let's do 363. All right, do GitHub issue number 363. All right, should I hit one more terminal? So this one, no, 365, 363, 366. All right, do issue number 366. Ability to select the length and complexity of the passage, build an internal prompt, call an LLM, generate the, get the passage stored in the database, generate the race. Now that sounds like too much crazy work, man, for right now. Maybe sometime in the future. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Should I do one more? Can I rename? All right, which one was this working on? 365. This one is 363. This one is 366. Are they all in plan mode? Yeah. Should I hit them with one more? Maybe a 367. All right, do issue number 367. Do them all, yeah. I'm trying a new thing out. I'm trying to like just have them all go in parallel instead of the whatever I did yesterday with the Ralph loop thing. I think this way is faster. Even though I have to like press yes sometimes. But I'm trying to improve my flow every day, you know. So wherever I feel is not that great, I try and do something differently. I'm just experimenting really, patty bills, doing a whole bunch of random stuff to see what works. All right, while those things are going, man, what should I do? Should I just maybe try and find more bugs? Oh wait, we can work on the passages while those are going. Aren't we all? Yeah. We are all. Hey, how long have you been doing things, Patty Bills? Or like vibe coding, I should say. Are you doing it like full time? Or is it just for work? Are you doing it for personal projects? Or are you like a professional vibe coder? Or whatever they call them. Indie hackers? I don't know. Man, should I pop out and get 8 on my screen? 8 dang terminals going at it. I only got 5 right now. Wait, which one was this? 367. Just personal stuff at the minute. I don't get the same gratification if I automate everything. I enjoy coding, but I'm absolutely terrible at certain things, so that's what I tend to use it. I see. Yeah, I like coding sometimes, man, but it's a lot of work to build things that I want to build. And then I just kind of lose interest and I never get anything done. But vibe coding is, I don't know. It's like you can build things with a lot less brain juice, if you know what I'm saying. I don't have to have that deep focus. to do things anymore. Like I can chat and work on my stuff at the same time. Het Tennis in the house. How you doing, man? I love systems, but I'm terrible at design, so that's usually my use case. Interesting. I'm just terrible at everything, man. But I do enjoy building. How is marriage treating me? It's good, man. It's good. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I guess I've not been married very long, but so far everything's great. But it feels like I've been married because a long time because we've been together for so long, you know. Anyways, man, I got all types of stuff on my desk. We told us that a while back. The wife was sitting here. She was super happy for me. Dang, thank you. Yeah. No, my wife has been a part of my streaming journey from day one, man. She's been super supportive of it, even before she was my wife, you know. Monsters Dev, what's poppin'? Yeah, why not be a 10x developer? A friend of mine, after Cloud Code, got a lot better in. Wait, after Cloud Code got a lot better in November, he's made 3 business to business apps and just passed 500K. All are about not leaking money. He vibe coded. Wait, what do you mean all are about not leaking money? He's been a developer for like 15 years, but it takes too much time to do manually, so to say. Man, this is does your friend do anything on Twitch or whatever? Like, or is he just in private, like building in private? That's interesting. The new AI workflow is addictive, but giving AI full willy-nilly access to a code base gives me anxiety. Yeah, but what if you just fork your code base, man? Then who cares what it does to that one repo? And then see, you know, then maybe you can, like, once you feel okay with the changes, you can just put them into the real repo. I don't know. One app, you upload deals, subscriptions, discounts, and AI scans it so the company doesn't forget anything. He got Telia signed? I don't know what that is. Man, 500K in 6 months or less or however long. That's insane, man. I'm about 1 month in, and I probably made about negative $10,000, man. I got a long way to go. I'm just gonna proceed. Who cares? Doesn't forget to abort subscriptions. I see. Interesting. Wait, what is it reading from? Bin? Who knows what it was doing? Telia is the major phone company in Scandinavia. I see. Man, what a nice story. People out there making big moves, man. Hey, so Monsters Dev, since that's your friend that did all that, has that inspired you to try to find a similar, like, success with vibe coding? And maybe you don't want to tell us what you're working on, but are you vibe coding something like your friend? Or like trying to replicate his success by just, you know, vibing? I don't know what the hell this thing is doing, but I'm gonna say yes. And another app is about a company's sale team. They give other companies discounts, so that app is the same. They upload the deals and AI keeps checking so that the sales doesn't forget to remove the discounts. Interesting. I guess I don't do business to business stuff, so it's like that type of stuff I wouldn't even think of, you know. What is it going to brew in this thing, man? 363. Let me see what the hell bug that is, first of all. Lots of null passage IDs. I see. I don't know why it's doing all types of crazy things in there. Push and create a PR. Push and create a PR. Boom. Nathan Jones Pepper. How you doing? Okay, I will. Okay, you will what? Welcome to the party, man. You gonna start vibe coding? Alright. I just merge these. Alright, I'm gonna just merge it, see what's up. Wait, he dentist as test? Wait, he got a dentist as test. They uploaded 1,000 customers with deals, and they had to forget to remove discounts from 197. They kept getting discounts for years. Dang, that's insane. That's a lot of discounts. All right, merge. All right, maybe it was a Mac problem, it's saying. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Nathan Jones Pepper, but he's about apparently. All right, let's see. Let's keep going. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. What is this one? 365. 365. Off by one. How confident are you that your fix is correct? Did I merge this one? I did merge it. Clean up work trees. Hey, little pixel, thank you. Those apps aren't hard to do and super healthy for businesses to use. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's like whoever gets there first in that case, if they're not hard to build. Because then there's like no moat, but you know, I guess we're approaching an era where before maybe some of these softwares, like people just didn't really want to put in the time to see if it would work. But now you can just do it in the background. So I think we'll see a lot more interesting software come out in the next few years. All right. Shit. What now? Companies that did this before were bigger companies that bigger companies trusted in terms of personal capacity. All right, let's see how confident it is. It's fairly confident. Set minutes. Ooh, that's what it's doing, man. Lobby trigger. When the next lobby opens at 55, the previous race is definitely in the DB. This is the most reliable part of the fix. I want to send it, man. Or wait. It said it could be more robust. Man, commit and make a PR. I'll merge it. There's too much going on with all these passages. All right, let's see this PR. I'm just gonna merge everything and check again one more time. Dang, we missed our championship race. I need to set an alarm. Let me set an alarm for the next one. In about 53 minutes. Alright, so I merged a bunch of new stuff and let's merge this as well. So this just adds a script. Let me copy one of these. Demote passages since some dates. Yeah, this is good. Man, Nathan Jones Pepper, I'm about to ban you because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're just spamming the chat with nonsense, man. Anyways. Merge, let's pull. And rebuild. We merge in Spoop Day. Welcome to the party. Good morning. Good morning. We're testing in prod. That's what we're really doing, man. Alright, we're built and I'll deploy. Got me before I had my cup of coffee. Dang, Spoopdy, thank you so much for coming in here so early, man. If you can't get downtime, make downtime. Is that your motto, Hit Tennis? That's how you operate at work? Let's bring it down, man. They don't give me some time off. It's going down. All right. It's restarting. All right, let's see. What did we just change? We changed the target WPM thing. Say I want to hit 90s. All right. All right, I can't. This passage is too long, man. We gotta really do some passage cleanup here. Oh, this is like the hardest passage ever. Oh, while it's still on my mind, let me make these new issues about the UI. We should display the passage category, and perhaps each passage should have an ID, like a number starting from 1 that also increments. Hey, let's display this type of information for every race. Practice race, single player, multiplayer, championship race, whatever. We should show the passage category, and we should also show the passage ID number that we might have to create. I'm not sure if we have one. All right, what else did I say we wanted to do? All right, that's it. As they come to me, I'll start writing them down. Well, let's see what we just merged. The championship race, let's check that out. So the previous race results. So the last race was at 11, but it shows the last one was at 10. So maybe we have to wait until the next race for that stuff to fix itself. I'm not sure what's going on there. What else did we merge? We merged in WPM target thing. The hotkeys. Let's test out those hotkeys real quick. So it says I don't think these hotkeys work, man. Pressing them, man. Huh. Anyways. What else did I do? That's it. Nothing works. And then the demote passage. Let me just demote these passages first. So I want to demote everything since a certain date. Let me look in the passages. These were all created at January 28th. So those are all good. Right? Let's try it. Oh, we deleted a lot of passages, man. Let's see. So 792 refresh, and we got 100. That's nice. And they went back to staging, even though there's like some extra ones created. That's a little bit strange. Anyways, what's up, Simon? Where would be the ideal place to work next for you? Man, the ideal place to work next would be at my own company. But if you're saying if I have to go back to work for another company, where would I want to go? I'm not sure, man. Maybe somewhere maybe not big tech, maybe a smaller company. Steven Sagiball, what's happening? I mean, Anthropic sounds pretty cool right now, but I don't think that is... I don't know what the future holds is what I'm saying. Maybe in 2 years it's not bumping. How can I get an internship? Well, man, I gotta make money first. I don't have any money to pay anybody. All right, so now we got rid of those long ass messages. Let's try to. I have a scraper, man. You guys want to see the scraper? I will work for chicken wings, man. Chicken wings are expensive. I don't even eat them that much anymore. All right, the biggest problem I think on my website is definitely the damn championship race thing is not, going that well. Lemon pepper wings? Nah. I try not to eat chicken wings that much. Alright, yeah, these. Let me see. How long are these passages? Versus. Let me look in the. I think I have some character count, word count. So these are around 200 to 300 or so. And then the ones in my staging are like way longer, 3 to 4, 500, So maybe I want something in the 150 to 400 range, or 100 to 400 range. I do have a scraper that maybe I should modify. Maybe I should modify it, man. But I already have the data downloaded on my other computer. But I guess I could run it here again. Let me think. What am I gonna do next? Oh, geez. I need to organize myself for this website. I feel like I'm like adding features when I don't have everything fully stable yet, I really just want to fix the championship race. And then everything else is going to be good after that. So in 45 minutes, we'll see if it creates the right race or whatever. Anyways. I'm checking out. Dang, the target WPM thing. Let me lower the target because I'm not that fast. Numbers are really difficult for me. Anyways, let's see. Can I remove this and it's just normal? All right. I feel like having a box around the mistyped words is kind of jarring. Why not have an error colored instead of box? Spoopdy. You mean this weird thing? Yeah, that's just a styling choice that I did not make. But yeah, you're right. I should change it. Let's see if we can change it right now. Let's make an issue. Error box. What should I say? Error highlight looks weird. Error highlight looks weird. Come on, man. Look at those white boxes that's outlined in the error errors, man. We should take out those white boxes and we should try to make the boxes more uniform. It looks like the spacebar box is taller than the regular character boxes. 373. Do issue number 373. Through issue. Just wondering, it looks real smooth when you're typing and the colors change to indicate you typed correctly, but then the mistyped characters do something a little differently. And yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right, Spoopdy. There's dang anthropic lingo creeping into my own language. But, you know, I was so happy for the LLMs to actually get that part right that I never even bothered to follow up on improving it. And I just like, yeah, it works. I'm gonna just leave it for now. But I've been meaning to change that for a while, and it just kind of fell off the radar. So thank you. Most of my money is in retirement. I'm so poor. Dang, you spending a lot of money then. Unless you're doing some crazy backdoor Roth or whatever people be doing. Mega backdoor, you know. Alright, what was this? Off by 1. We merged it. And it, let me ask it some questions. When will I be able to see if this is working? Can I look at previous championship race history to see if it's working? Or do I have to wait for new championship races to be created in the database to verify that it is working? I gotta do my taxes, man. You just reminded me. Just did backdoor Roth. Had to put away $14,500 into Roth IRA. You're rich. That's how much money lost in gold or gain and lost in gold or something, right? All right, let me see what this thing is saying. You have to wait for the new race cycle, but the bug is purely about when the front end fetches data. The database has always had the correct results. Wait, so if it's about the front end fetching the data, why I gotta wait, man? The fix triggers refetches on status transitions. Wait, what are they talking about? If you say that the bug is purely about when the front end fetches data, then why do we have to wait until new races are done before we can verify things are working? I'm a little bit confused. I heard doing taxes in the States is a terrible experience. It is, man. I don't enjoy it. I'm still waiting to do my taxes. Last time I got some papers way late after I'd already done mine. Dang. Is that allowed? I thought they all had to give you their papers by like February 1st. We get a notification, just double check what's been reported or add remove things and add and sign digitally. It takes like 3 minutes, man. It takes like, I don't know, a few hours here. I'm max HSA 401k match and now Roth IRA backdoor. So after you do all that stuff, how much is your take-home pay per, like, how much cash do you get every paycheck? I think you should still be getting a lot of money every paycheck, like $4,000 a paycheck at least, right? every 2 weeks, 4,000 bucks. How you gonna be broke? And you're single, man. How much is your rent, Steven Sagiball? Alright, says, let me clarify. The data is correct. The front end triggers a fetch, and those triggers are tied to WebSocket status transitions. Huh. Just load the fresh page right now. Previous race results will show the latest race correctly. I don't think this bug is working, man. 2300, man, that's not bad. If I can ever get a job again, I'm going to have to be squirreling away as much as I can. Yeah, that's generally the idea. Are you scared of the AI for software engineering? I'm not scared. I'm more curious than scared, I'd say. Do you see Meta patented the dead AI thing? I did not. I don't even know what that means, Steven Sagiball. Patented the dead AI thing? What? Alright. I'm still a little bit confused, but I'm gonna go double check the data in the database and get back to you. Alright, what is this doing? Still trying to fix some stuff. 363, what is that, man? 363, oh, null passages. When a Facebook user dies, AI will look at your previous posts and generate new videos. Oh, wait, say you die. It can mimic your presence on social media and call people. Yeah, that's super weird, man. I don't know whose idea was that. They're clearly out of touch with reality if they're doing that. Or maybe they're a great visionary or something. But that's wild, man. What does it take to transition from backend to ML engineer? Human or random human? What's happened? I have no idea. I'm not an ML engineer. Isn't it nice to have new friends to talk to all the time? Yeah, it's nice. That does what you tell them. Yeah, I guess so. I talk to AI all day. Thought you were talking about you guys, but I guess not. Sounds like most people have Facebook. What? Imagine you have someone who dies and you can still message them on Discord. That is kind of weird. And maybe not healthy, I'd say. Yes, messed up, man. And it's bad because, alright, like me, I don't even post on... I have a Facebook. I don't post on Facebook. I haven't posted since... Who knows? 2012 or something, man. And then if I die, I'm just gonna start posting stuff and calling people on my Facebook and poking them or whatever. That is absolutely weird. ML engineering is super saturated right now. You'll need to differentiate yourself with a degree or an insane brand presence. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what ML engineers do, man. Like, what the hell is ML versus AI stuff? I don't even know. That whole area is all gibberish to me, man. That's gotta cross some moral and ethical boundaries, I think so. Do they still have the poke feature on Facebook? Last time I used it, I was poking people, so I'm not sure. Leave the dead alone. Imagine how many that cannot move forward at all. Doesn't sound healthy, anyways. Yeah, maybe they should have a time limit on when they can do that. Like, if you die today, the only way they can mimic you or whatever is like you gotta wait 10 years after you die. Then maybe it's like give the people some time to move on before you just remind them every day that somebody they love died. But after 10 years, maybe if you're not over it and you can't live your life normally, you need some serious help or something. But I don't really know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. We're trying to work on this bug and I got sidetracked. Oh wait, it is working on it, I think. Right? 373 right here. Spent like 3,000 on Pokemon. Is this why I'm poor? Man, you're not spending though. That's an investment, right? One day that's gonna be worth $1 million. Maybe. The amount of data Meta have access to must be nuts. I wonder what they're cooking up behind the scenes. Well, they're trying to cook up the virtual reality, and that didn't work out. Now they're trying to cook up dead AI. Sidetracking me is easy? Nah, man. ML engineering right now is used similar to most AI fields. Some roles involve infrastructure for pipelines, inference, pre-training roles, which involve sanitizing real-life data for training, AI research roles. Interesting. So, like infrastructure for pipelines, that sounds like regular engineering, just happens to be used for ML. I guess, I don't know, pre-training roles, that also sounds like sanitizing data. I guess that's more MLE. I'm not sure. Most backend engineers target infrastructure roles. Yeah, I was on infrastructure, so maybe I could be an ML engineer in infrastructure or something. Hey, I was considering applying to like one of them hot companies like Anthropic, as because they need infrastructure engineers too, right? Do it? Nah, I'm not. If I need to do it in a few years, maybe. But I don't want to work spook day. I don't want to work for a company that working on bugs and stuff I don't really care about. But I want to do my own thing for a while. Until I run out of money and then I gotta go back. If you look up Anthropic roles right now, they have so many openings for infrastructure roles. Yeah, I was looking a few months ago, and that's why I saw so many infrastructure roles there. And it looks like right up my alley with my work experience. But I think a few of my coworkers applied for those, and I don't know if they heard anything back. And we're like, in the same field and whatever. But if there's one company I'd work for, it might be Anthropic right now. I'm very curious to see what everybody is doing at that company, like their workflow and stuff like that. I hear everyone is basically vibe coding, basically doing the same shit I'm doing, but maybe a little bit more careful because I just YOLO and send it. Maybe they're actually reviewing stuff. Misanthropic needs you? Pix diff, what's happening? Open air? Nah, open air, not so much. There's a few high performers in my org, or like super high performers that I knew. Like this one person went from an L3 to an L6 in 4 years. and they left Google and they went to some small AI company, man. And I saw a few other like super high performers do similar things to go to AI companies. But who knows if they're gonna be as bumping as Anthropic. Thoughts on working at Valve? Valve? Like Steam? I don't know. Do they pay much? If they ain't paying, I don't want to work there, man. And if it's not something I'm interested in, I guess I'm interested in video games, but I'm not sure if I want to be working in the video game industry. Valve is probably a software engineer in black hole. When was the last time they released a successful software? I need someone to make a video and explain how the AI coding they are doing at tech companies are different from what I'm doing with ChatGPT and Cursor. I can tell you how I used to code at Google, and it's pretty much the same, man, that what I'm doing here, except obviously I will actually review the code. And I wouldn't do such a big feature in like one thing. I'd probably use AI to do really small things. Everything is like really small commits when I was there, for the most part. I use AI a lot to help me write like design docs. I use it to help me explain how things worked in unfamiliar systems, especially systems that were clients of ours and we had to integrate with them, or they had to integrate with us actually, to just like explain their system to see if I could find, you know, a better way to do whatever they're trying to do. But yeah, I'd say I'm using AI very similar, but it wasn't when I was there. I'd say the tools weren't as good as what I'm using today. Sounds like what I do already. So it's it gets confusing when they put so much emphasis knowing AI when it's basically a normal dev tool. You can use it a lot more effectively than just talking to it though. And you can use it in creative ways as well. Tools got better in November. Yeah, but at Google, it's not like we can use Anthropic stuff. We have to use all Gemini stuff. So, and then what you have in the public is different than what we have internally sometimes. And then our internal Geminis, the Gemini models that were the best were trained on the internal Google 3 database. Google 3 is just the name of the code base. It's like version 3 of Google. Do they use 4 agents for programming at Google? What do you mean 4 agents for programming? Like have multiple LLMs open? I'd say most people probably don't do this, but it is possible to do this at Google. Gemini is falling behind for now until they release like the next Gemini, I guess, right? I'm never quite sure how to answer the how do you use AI question in interviews. Yeah, I don't know. I've never thought about that. But if I was in an interview and somebody asked me that, I would probably just tell them straight up how I use it, man. I use it to like identify bugs, perhaps. I use it to look over my code that I write. I use it to like help explain things to me. I use it to automate tedious tasks, especially if it's like very manual laborish work. I try to get AI to do that. I use AI to write emails to people, man. I use AI to give me some ideas for like optimizing stuff sometimes. I use it to review my design docs to find any weird flaws or mismatched information, things, you know, that kind of stuff. But I don't know like what they're looking for in an interview when they ask you that. My girlfriend is doing contract work for Meta and she has to use the Meta AI thingy. Llama? I hear it sucks, man. I hear at Meta, Llama absolutely sucks and people are maybe they're not supposed to be using Claude or whatever, but I hear a lot of people are using just like using Anthropic, depending on the team or something. Yeah, we use Claude. Everyone's allowed to use Claude there, or what? Or is it like a special Claude? Or is it only certain teams are allowed to use Claude? Got ChatGPT here. Thought partner has been my go-to phrase, but I think it's a bit of a trick question because people have such strong opinions. Yeah, maybe that question is to really, it really depends on the company, I think. But maybe it's a chance for you to explain your AI workflow. Like maybe you can talk to them about how you parallelize agents or how you have it like set up some triggers in your repository to like also review or run these things or do that. I don't really know. Have access to all backend at Microsoft. Damn, that is crazy. Microsoft, all the AIs, who cares? I wonder at OpenAI if they should only be limited to ChatGPT, and at Anthropic they should probably be only limited to Claude, right? But it would be wild if Claude people are using ChatGPT and OpenAI people are using Claude. But at Google, only Gemini was allowed. That sounds like a good way to explain AI in an interview. Yeah, I don't know, man. All right. Man, what is going on here? Yeah, Claude is bumping these days, but everyone's saying Codex is also bumping. I've heard some people say Gemini is bumping for certain things like animations on front end. Someone here the other day was saying Devin is bumping for reviews. I don't know. Everything is bumping, it seems like. I gotta work on something, man. I don't know what I'm working on. I'm not working on anything. Alright, 372. That's what we should do. Do issue number 372. Oh wait, I was supposed to double check the database. Let me try and do that. Digital Drummer J, what's poppin', man? Part of the reason that corporate tends to limit which systems you can use is to avoid potential IP infringements or the appearance of it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm kind of surprised that like Microsoft just allows you to use whatever, and Meta allows you to use seems like whatever too. All right, what was I doing? I was checking out the database for championship races. And let's look at started at time. So this is in UTC. I think that is 5 hours. So man, these times look good to me, man. What is 4 p.m.? It's 11 a.m. Yeah, that's about right. So this... Oh, look at that. It's still racing, man. I think I see the issue. When I looked at the data in the database, the most recent race that's supposed to be completed is still marked as racing. I would bet that those who are not on the AI tool teams have the ability to use anything. We strictly use ChatGPT for work-related stuff because the university has a contract with OpenAI or something. But for not work-related stuff, we aren't constrained to anything. It's just what we get a paid version of. GPT for free, so why not use it? Yeah, why not use it, man? Ain't no way I'd be paying out my own money for some AI that I use at work. Unless I also use it at home. But I definitely, if I did, I'd try and get my manager to just reimburse me. All right, that's a separate issue from the front end fix. If a race is stuck as racing in the database, then fetch previous results would skip it regardless of when it fires. Let's make a bug for this instead of investigating right now. I'll investigate this some other time. I'll investigate it right now, but I don't want to do it in this context. Happy Wednesday. Hey, it's hump day today. Very nice. And no, the idea that now as developers we have to pay for this new tool is slightly upsetting, but that's what the industry wants now. Yeah, dang. I mean, shit, I think the company should provide it. It's like, I think any respectable company will also give you a laptop, even though you probably got your own, you know? So maybe an LLM is as important of equipment as a dang computer these days. I think so. Man, if I had to code today without LLMs, I don't think I would want to do it, man. Like, knowing that LLMs are out there, if I join a company, hypothetically, and the company policy is like no LLMs whatsoever, I probably wouldn't work at that company, you know? It's like, dang, what are you guys trying to do? No LLMs? It's crazy. But maybe maybe in 5 years that's the play and it's not that crazy. But I have my doubts about that. I have paid for tools over the years working in corporate, but I always tried to get them to pay for. Yeah, I always try and get some free stuff from work for sure too. Alright, did they make the bug? They did not. Alright, I gotta make it, it says. I don't know why. Alright, this is 374. Do GitHub issue number 374. Hey, what the heck is this thing doing, man? It's doing some crazy stuff. Are you ready to go on my podcast? Hey, Steven Sagabal, I don't know what the hell podcast you're talking about, but I'll do it, man. I don't know if you're just joking because you like to joke around, or if you actually want to get a podcast started, or if you have a secret podcast that you don't tell nobody about that you want me to be on. It doesn't really matter, man. I'm down. Just let me know when. Is it financial themes podcast? Yeah, is it Pokemon themed, financially themed, tech themed? All right, it depends on what type of podcast, man. Let me not commit to it until I know a little bit more. You already said yes? Hey, I can change my mind though. But you gotta tell me, like, how long what is the topic gonna be about and all that, And do you have any previous podcasting experience, or you have any experience interviewing someone else? Maybe I can watch or listen to your old podcasts to see what I can expect. Might be running an OnlyFans podcast, yeah. It's a 2-hour podcast about why he hates bananas. Man, but he don't even work at Amazon. I think I should kill this one, man. Or maybe it's just running tests. I don't know what it's doing, really. What is this one doing, man? 372? Maybe he's running a podcast about saggy balls. Who knows? If I had to guess, it's either gonna be a podcast that he doesn't have that he'd like to do, or or I don't even know. He likes tech, he likes Pokemon cards, and he likes goth girls. That's the only things I know about Steven Sagiball. And he's over 6 feet 5 inches tall. What else do I know about Steven Sagiball, man? That's about it. He doesn't like his job, maybe. He likes Hearthstone. Anyways, quite the list of interests. Yeah, it sounds like a regular guy to me, man. All right, what are we doing here? Oh, we're not doing anything. We're just waiting on the AIs to do something. Oh, maybe I can make a new bug. Make the scraper create smaller passages on average. Right now, we got this scraper that's scraping Wikipedia articles and then translates them to interesting passages. But I think it is making the passages too damn long, man. I think a good length for a passage could be anywhere between 100 characters and 400 characters. With some going up to 600 characters. But I want the majority of passages to be between 100 and 400 characters. And maybe a small percentage, let's say 5% or less, to be up to 600, like between 400 and 600 characters. Hey, Spoopdy, see you later, man. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget, yeah, I'll try not to. Championship race. All right, this one is 375. We need another window for this one. I just do it here. How can I get this out, man? Oh shit. What am I doing, man? It's too many tabs. Too many tabs. I need a tile management system or something. CV noob. What's poppin'? Welcome to the party. What are we doing? We're just hanging out, man. Wait, I don't want this one. I want this one. 2 minute man. Oh man, I only see if I was working offline, more monitors would be helpful. But because I stream everything, I gotta pretty much work on one monitor, man. Maybe I have like streaming stuff on some other monitor, like sensitive information. But everything's gotta be on the screen, Otherwise, you guys not gonna be able to see the nonsense that I'm looking at, like right now. I think this is all right. All right, so which bug was on? 375. That's what we're about to work on right here. Look at the GitHub issues and do number 375. Plan mode. How many agents you're able to run simultaneously? Are they executing changes against the same repo? Sargath, what's happening? Welcome. Yeah, they're all doing work in the same repo, but I have it. I'm not just running the agents fresh out the box as I downloaded it like this. I had to do some customization to be able to run this many agents in parallel without stepping on each other's toes. And it's basically by using Git work trees. So I had my agents put into their memory some very specific instructions about how the workflow should be. And I can share with you if you're interested. This might be a little bit outdated, but I think it's pretty much the same. I'll go over it for you. So this is for a different repository, different structure. So my structure is updated now, but this is the bulk of it. So anytime an agent gets a job, I usually create GitHub issues and assign those issues to the agents. Before it does any work, it should create the Git work tree of whatever it's working on. And there's a naming convention. So it creates a new branch and it branches from main. And it also creates the new work tree. If you don't know about work trees, they're really cool. A work tree is basically like a clone of the repo. That's a little bit more efficient than literally cloning it. And this allows you to check out different branches in different work trees, right? So if you did not have work trees and you only had one folder with the repository in it, you can only check out one branch at a time. So that is why we need work trees if you're running multiple LLMs, because each LLM should be working in their own branch. So work trees is very key. So I do that, and then that's basically it. Just tell it to use work trees, man. So these are all my LLMs going. I don't really watch them too much. And then in here, these are my work trees. So each of these work tree folders, that's an LLM working on an issue, right? And then once they're ready, I just tell them to make a PR and I just merge it, man. And then that's it. Clean up the work tree after that, after the PR is merged. So if you're curious about running multiple agents in parallel on the same code base, I believe it is almost mandatory that you look into work trees. I can't imagine doing this without work trees, man. Have you heard of Conductor? I have heard of Conductor, but I have not checked it out, man. It's on my list of things I gotta do. My long list of things I gotta do. Maybe I'll do it soon. Are you saying Conductor just does all of this out the box for you? So many tools, not enough hours in the day. Yeah, patty bills. I'm feeling like that sometimes, but you can't literally keep up with every new thing. So you gotta pick and choose. But I think conductor might be one of those things to look at if you're interested in like parallel workflows and stuff. That's cool. It's still hard for me to imagine how they aren't stepping on each other's toes. That's because, oh shit, it's championship race time. That's because they are working in isolation, you know? Each LLM, it's working in its own work tree that the other LLMs don't touch. I don't got a Mac, so work trees is fine. Yeah, work trees been pretty okay for me. I think in the beginning I wasn't using work trees and it was not a good time. Oh shit, man. Championship race is not working. I broke something, man. Alright, let me see. Jesus, everything's breaking all the time. It's because it's vibe coded. I know. Let's see. Start that scheduled for. Alright, these are all scheduled for. Not started yet. Oh, when there is racing and lobby. So if I just updated that, will this work? No, it does not work. Let me look at my logs. Any errors? Retry. Uh-oh. Something ain't right. Who needs tests? Yeah, who needs tests these days, man? Testing in production, that's how we roll. Isn't merging a pain in the ass? Like, imagine 5 different agents all modifying the same file functions for different things. That's why I try, when I have my agents work on things, I try to give them things that are not the same file. I try and give my LLMs different problems to work on that exist in different parts of the code base. But even if they were working on the same file, I think the LLMs are smart enough to know what changes is its own and what changes need to be kept. Like, I think the LLMs are good at merging. Well, I haven't had any issues with merging. Just because it's vibe coded doesn't mean that it is good vibes. Hey, are you saying it's not good vibes here, man, or what? I don't understand. We just got some bugs to deal with. No big deal, right? I need to find out these errors. Let's see which other errors we got. Oh, the ELO thing. The ELO thing is messing up my shit, man. I shouldn't have included that ELO yet. Alright, we can fix this. We can fix this. Don't you worry. Alright, do that. I need a new Claude. You can activate review mode if needed and add a review agent. It's pretty dope. Yeah, I gotta set my agents up. I had my agents set up in another repo, but I never had them like computer wide, so I lost them. But I need to create my agents and I need to create my agent teams. That's something I'd like to do this week. Alright, I'm having some issues. I think the championship race server is broken right now because of the ELO changes that we made recently. Perhaps I did not run some database migrations. Let me know which scripts to run in my Supabase. Also, here are some logs. That'd be cool to watch. What's that? Setting up the agents? Or what? The agent team? Yeah, lots of people are using the agent teams right now. I don't have faith that AI can properly merge 5 different branches that may have overlapping changes. Man, I don't have faith that I can merge that either. But I think this is, if you have 5 different feature branches that all touch the same thing, I think that is probably a mistake in coordination or something. Maybe those things should not be done in parallel. Maybe they should have been done synchronously if that's the case. Those particular bugs, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, you can run parallel agents easily if the work they're doing is in different parts of the code base. But if they're like, if you got 5 bugs on one file and it's all everybody's making changes, I think even if it was people working on that thing, man, it would get messy, you know? So I don't think this particular problem you're talking about, I don't think it's a problem for just LLMs. I think it's just confusing in general, is what I'm saying. And there are ways you can avoid that by just not doing all those things in parallel. Anyways, all right, missing migrations. Here we go. Sounds like nightmare fuel for any team. Yeah. Imagine you're on a team and your manager is like, all right, guys, here's a plan. Person A, you're working on this file. Person B, you're working on the same file in the same function. And you're changing the function definition while person A does this. And person C, you're changing that function definition too, man. You're going to add this. And everybody's working in the same function. That's what we're doing this week. Ready? Go. That's going to be confusing, man. No, but in larger code bases, there are typically foundational pieces of the app that often change no matter what you're working on. Schemas, types, routing, validations. Yeah, but I'd say even some of these things that change all the time, sometimes it's very easy to merge those things because like perhaps it's just adding a new field to some type or it's, you know, appending some stuff. I think those shouldn't be too difficult, man. And I think the AIs are smart enough to know what changes are their own and what changes are not their own and should be included anyways. But you should try it out before you think badly of it, before even trying it. You know what I'm saying? Are you a rebaser or a merger? I don't know those terminologies, man. I don't know Git that well. I used something else at Google. I guess it's Mercurial or something. And I never really, I don't know the lingo for things. I just know what I do, you know. Rebase? Yeah. What is a rebase? I guess rebase is just making all your changes, changing the base that you branch from, right? I like Mercurial so much more than Git. I think it's so sick what you can do with it, man. I use Mercurial a lot, especially for like chaining together changes. It's the best with that because you can update the whole chain in Mercurial very easily and everything will get the new changes, but maybe in Git it's a little bit weird. So in the beginning I used a Git-like thing. They called it Piper. And then about 1 year in, I decided to switch to the Mercurial based thing, which is called Fig at Google. Is it open? Yeah, we didn't use literal Mercurial. At Google, it was called Piper, would be Get almost, I think. I'm not even sure if that's true. And then there's something called Fig, which is like Mercurial. I don't even know what Mercurial is. I just know what Fig is. Hey, what's the setup, and are you really using all these agents at the same time? Yes, I am using them. What's my setup? Like, I'm just using Claude Max. And I mean, some of them are not doing anything right now. Like, this one is done. This one is waiting on me. This one is waiting on me. This one is done. But yeah, they're all working in their own work trees, which means they have their own isolated branch that they checked out in this work tree that they can make changes on without conflicting with each other. Not using rebase. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm really bad with Get, so don't look to me for advice, man. I can barely scrape by. Alright, so I need to just run this thing. Alright, let's see. And then we gotta wait another hour for our next championship race, I guess. But that's all good. Anyways, I think it said I had some other dang things that I didn't do. So that was one. And then this is another migration that I need to run. What music am I into? Dang, I don't really listen to music these days that much. And I don't know the names of artists or songs usually. But I like techno. I like house. I like dancehall. I like conscious reggae. I like lo-fi. And I like, that's probably what I listen to the most. Shoegaze music sometimes. Frenchcore. I have not tried Frenchcore. I've never even heard of Frenchcore, man. Hey, maybe I've heard some Frenchcore, but I do like 90s techno, man. I like Euro dance from the 90s. Hasp, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening, man? Have we made millions of dollars yet? No, we have made negative money. TypeBlazer. What other? I used to listen to a lot of hip hop when I was younger, man, but I don't listen to hip hop anymore that much. Yeah, I'd say it's between house, techno. No, not house. Did I say house? I don't like house music that much. I like techno, I like trance, and other stuff. Lo-fi music. Shoegaze is nice, or whatever they call it these days. Post-rock, I guess. Dancehall reggae and conscious reggae or roots reggae is also nice for me. All right, what are we doing? Running the migrations. All right, what else do I have to do besides run those migrations? Push and create a PR. Make a PR. Make a PR. Make a PR. Drum and bass? I'm not really into drum and bass. I like rum and ass more. Interesting combo. Yeah. I like Final Fantasy music. That's what I like too, man. I like classical guitar music as well. All right, let's see. Created review PRs time 1, 2. I need a review bot, man. All right, I'm gonna make a skill real quick. Let me find somebody that's not doing nothing. Everybody's doing something. Maybe this one. No code needed. Very nice. Clear. Let's make some skills. Piano Final Fantasy is awesome. I actually like classical guitar Final Fantasy music the most. Music from games is really nice. Yeah, I like to listen to video game music when I'm trying to be productive because I think they make the video game music so that you can just listen to it while you focus on the game, you know? And it's good background music, I think. All right, skills. How are we going to make these skills? Who knows? Create skills. Hey, I thought we could create them, man. Or it's agents, not skills. We need to create a dang agent. That's what we need to do. Create a new agent. Hey, they said my Willow thing is coming to an end. But hopefully I can still talk a little bit more. Hi, don't you play Path of Exile 2? Tomahawk 88. I've played Path of Exile 2, but I don't currently play. The music should be exclusively the guitar riff from Bad to the Bone looped over and over again. Fluffy, is that what you're into? That's the only music you listen to. Alright, let's make this project wide or personal. Let's make it personal. I want this agent to be really good at reviewing code. The agent should check for consistent naming. It should check for using the right data structures or whatever. It should check that the solution is not overly optimized, but not like super brute forcey. But you should decide what's the right use case. Solutions should try to be more generic than specific. And the agent should do whatever you think is good during reviews. I'm not sure. You should hold the PR on the review to some type of styling guideline that I haven't defined. Anyways, let's create an agent like that. How do you guys create agents? I haven't really used this too much, so I'm very curious to hear how you guys create the agents and how you use these agents. Anyways, we got a lot of reviews to do. Spoopdy, welcome back. Meeting's over, huh? I'm so boring. I just have skills for coding that are basic style guides and that's it. I don't do review agents or stuff like that. I feel like it's a hassle to maintain. What do you mean hassle to maintain? I didn't know you had to maintain them. I thought they were just, you create them once and you just keep using them. I don't even know the difference between an agent and a skill. But Everybody's talking about agents and agent teams. I guess you can say what tools they can use. Yeah, you can use whatever you want. And you should be using Opus. And what color? Let's do yellow. I guess agents have memory. Yeah, I like memory. All right, let's see. You are an elite principal code reviewer with 20 plus years of experience. Very good. System prompt is very long. Man, you wrote the system prompts, man. But I'll take it. All right, code reviewer. Hire that guy, yeah. This guy is hired for sure. Isn't it basically the same thing in the end? It's a prompt that you give the boilerplate. Oh, I guess the difference is that I'm just realizing is agents have their own memory. And maybe I should have used a project-wide agent, actually. Because then that agent will have very specific knowledge about your code base. I'm going to delete that agent and make it project-wide. Can I delete? Yeah. Wait, can I just edit the agent? No. Let's delete it. Sorry. My bad. Let's make it project-wide because I want these agents to like update their memory about things in this particular project only. I don't want them to like get confused or get bloated with all of my other projects notes. You know what I'm saying? So I'll make this agent for this project. All right, generate with Claude. Make me a review agent with 25 years plus experience. Super duper elite, mega principal, or maybe even distinguished engineer. Make this distinguished engineer be the best reviewing agent of all time. It should look for consistent naming in variables. It should look for good choices in data structures. It should look for decent techniques in implementation. You should prefer generic implementations instead of like specifying things too much. Yeah, just make it real good. Sergeant Pepper, what's poppin', man? We're vibe maxing this channel. This guy is going for a senior principal AI vibe coding engineer, man. Hey, a senior principal is a distinguished engineer, right? Agents have their memory, and when you use everything for one agent, it will reset memory so often and then they can go out of bounds. Reason why all use multiple agents and work trees. I see, Monsters Dev. I gotta get my agent team working. Careful job applications out there, y'all. There's an article about how fake recruiters are using tech interviews to get malware on your computer. At our company, we have senior principals and distinguished. I see. Dang. Is there a senior distinguished engineer? What's after distinguished? After distinguished at Google, it's a fellow. I think fellow. And then after fellow is senior fellow or something. But that's like literally only 2 people have achieved that. Staff, senior, distinguished, principal, fellow, senior. Man, I'm a distinguished junior engineer, man. Seen a couple interviews come through like that. What? Over 9,000, yeah? Wait, create new agent, man. That's what we gotta do. Use Opus, and it's gonna be yellow. Enable agent memory. All right, look, this agent is a lot better than the last one, man, because it has 25 plus years instead of only 20 plus years. And it has reviewed tens of thousands of PRs, man. Wow, this is incredible to have this person join our team. High Masters in Google? Wait, what? High Masters? Wait, being Diamond in Google would sound more dope than Fellow? Yeah. I guess. Is he including the time he first realized video games were made with code? What are you talking about? Wait. I don't know what you're talking about, Spoop D. Who is he? My new principal engineer or distinguished engineer? I'm gonna save him to the team. All right, we'll just use the code reviewer for now. I need an architect and I need a code monkey. All right, now let's have this guy review some PRs. I only got 3 PRs to review. Let's start with 376. Oh shit, I just closed it. Use your code review agent to review PR 376. Man, I gotta move this out to a new window. It's getting kind of crammed in there. What am I doing, man? I just want more tabs. Three 7.6, 3.7.7, 3.7.8. All right, now they're all reviewing the PRs, man. Call that an implementer monkey. Hey, I'll make it soon. But right now, we just need to review these PRs. In the past, I haven't even reviewed PRs, man. I've just been merging them because I don't care. But now that TypeBlazer is starting to take form, I should probably start caring about, like, stuff. You know what I'm saying? These guys gotta have names. How else am I supposed to feel connected to them? What should we call the code reviewer? Let's see. Can I change the name? Jesus, too many tabs, man. I need one more. But maybe I can have this in a new window. What name should I call my agents? I want them to be personable. Window maxing. I'm trying. We need HR agents. Hey, I never thought about having an HR agent on my team. Code reviewer must sound strict and annoying. All right, let's see. Archie for the architect. Mentor vibes. No, I don't like those. Max, get stuff done. No. Give me a good name for a reviewer who is also a distinguished engineer with 25 plus years of experience. And he's reviewed over 10,000 pull requests. Cornelius. Hey, it might have to be Cornelius, man. Cornelius is a dope name. Saint Peter for the code reviewer. Code reviewer. Wait, you need a devil's advocate on the team? I do. Cornelius. Simon the Ultra Max? Nah. Oh, you're saying. Oh, I thought you were giving me a suggestion for a name for an agent. But you're just suggesting a name for me, man. Thornton? No, that name is whack. Thornton. Thorn in your ass when he reviews your work. Aldrich? No. Mercer? No. Harlan? Prescott? I'm gonna go with Plumos. Plumos. Yeah, I think Cornelius is the best one, man. Kyle? Nah, that's too simple, man. Too common of a name. Alright, here we go. Agents. We gotta edit the code reviewer. How do we edit? Not the model. Edit agents? Man, I can't edit the dang agents? Come on, man. I might have to fire this agent and make a new one. No offense to any Kyles out there. Hey, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but we're looking for a crazy name, and Kyle ain't a crazy name. If anything, that should be a compliment. Right? This guy's bill must be insane. Nah. 200 a month. What you talking about? Oh, shit. Yeah, do the fixes. Do the fixes. Not... Alright, we'll figure out... Can we rename agents? Maybe we should just ask. Can I rename an agent that has already been created? I'd like to rename the code reviewer to Cornelius. Good name choice. Cornelius has a serious 10,000 PRs reviewed energy. That's crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie. I talk about this name all the time when people ask me about names. So I'm surprised somebody said one of my favorite names of all time, man. Anytime people ask me what I name my child or something, it's like Cornelius or Maximus. But Maximus played out now since Gladiator. I mean, that's where I got it, but still, you know. Anyways. Just do what you're doing. Alright, fix everything. Oh, this one... What looks good? Whatever. Fix it. Fix it. Fix everything. Man, why you guys like Kyle, man? If anything, Kyle is gonna be not the reviewer, but somebody else. Marketing guy or... Kyle? Nah. Well, maybe we'll create an agent for Kyle. He works in HR or something. He's in sales. Kyle the Code Monkey? No. Can I even call my things Code Monkeys? Anyways. Alright, actually, let's see. Can it rename? I hope so. Karen agent. No, we're not having any Karens here. Anyways, let's move on from the agent names, man. That's all y'all gonna talk about for the next hour. I gotta go soon, actually. 30 more minutes. We're trying to review these codes. And we're trying to... Let me set an alarm for the last championship race. Maybe in 25 minutes. 25 minutes. Important part of building a company, choosing the right workers. Yeah, I guess so. I read that Gen Z has a new term for Karen. Hey, how old is Gen Z? It's like 20 years old now or something. I'm a millennial or millennial. Wait, what do we call it? Millennial. Yeah. Gen Z starts from 1996. Oldest ones are about to be 30. Dang. Um, maybe let's put together the initial list of names. Wait, what? Oh, subscribers get to name my agents, huh? Hey, maybe. Hey, HCG, what's happening? What's my age? I'm a millennial in my upper 30s. Gen X? Dang. Gen X. How old is Gen X? Like 45, 50? Gen Z isn't up to 2010? I don't know, man. Every time I feel like shit doing leet code, I decide to come out here, not often, since I tend to not do leet code. And now the leet code master is vibe coding. Paul O. Franklin's. What's happened? I've been vibe coding, but I still leet code, man. I still leet code the same amount of time that I've leet coded for the past few years. Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and you're in luck because today is a leak code day. I'll be leak coding at 9 p.m. tonight. But I vibe code to get shit done, and I leak code to keep my brain from deteriorating too much. Dang, 46. Gen X, 70s to 80? Yeah, something like that. All right. Millennials, that's me. Gen Z, dang, 2012. And then Alpha. Oh, Beta has just been born a couple years ago. Very cool. I guess the Beta generation. Hey, Generation Alpha is gonna be kind of like millennials in terms of millennials grew up without internet, and then sometime during their childhood, internet became widespread. I'd say Generation Alpha grew up without AI, and then sometime in their childhood, AI became widespread. So I think Alpha and Millennials probably have a lot in common going forward. And then Generation Beta and Gen Z probably have a lot in common because Gen Z had their whole lives with internet widespread, and Beta is going to have AI in their lives, their whole lives, right? So interesting. I suspect that whatever millennials were into, by the time Alpha comes to that age, they're gonna bring back all the millennial retro stuff. Like it's gonna make a comeback. And same thing, like once Gen Z gets old and crusty and nobody cares about what they're doing, they're gonna have a resurgence, a rebirth once Generation Beta gets of age and they start doing what they do. This is just me guessing. AOL is coming back. You never know, man. There is some overlap of things we share, my sister and I. She's a Gen Z. Wait, 90s, early 2000s fashion of saggy pants, stuff like that is in fashion now. Yeah, I guess things are cyclical almost. I mean, it might not be exactly the same, but I think they get inspired by those generations before them. All right, let's just accept all these edits, man. Wait, what is this editing? A migration? Oh, passage category. Okay. All right. People are wearing things in I was in the 90s, but they're intentionally doing it, which is why I don't dress that way because my mom made me. Hey, I think there's more to it than just dressing how I used to dress. I'm not sure if it's because of the whole, what do they call, retro clothing thing? What do they call that? When you go find vintage clothing, yeah. I think people like the vintage clothing not just because of like how it looks or whatever, but because of the quality that the clothing used to be back then. It's a lot different than today. So maybe it's just by chance that because they're buying vintage clothes and wearing vintage stuff, the style is similar, you know? But I don't know. I'm no fashion expert, man, or whatever. I just like to observe trends sometimes. Alright, we're trying to rename that thing. What is this talking about? Restart? Okay. I will restart, but you gotta give me a prompt for the next session. Fashion extraordinaire? Me? No. Fashionista Simon? No. But I'd say my sisters are like into fashion, like professionally, maybe. One of them. Two of them. I don't know. um, all right, it says I gotta restart Claude here because it's too many Claudes are open. Do you hit an API limit while running this many agents? I do not because I'm on the 200 max plan. So right now, dang, February 24th, I only got 6 days left and I've already used 20%. That means I gotta slow it down a little bit, man. But I've never hit my limits. The closest I've gotten was maybe like 50% of my weekly limit. But, you know, I'm on the 200 max, which is very generous. Have you tried the new Sonnet model? Came out yesterday. I have not. I did see 4.6 being released, though. All right. 379. So let's check on our review agents, man. I don't even know where they are. I got so many tabs going. I don't know what's they're asking for. But do we need another one? One more real quick. Review PR2 or 379. Review PR 379. I think I'm over my Willow limit, man. You're not vibing enough. I have a friend on the 200 plan that keeps hitting his limits. Yeah, I'm not vibing enough. That's for sure. It's hard to hit the 200 limit unless you're literally, you got it running 24/7 almost, you know. 20%. Hey, I hit 20% in one day. I hit 20% of my weekly limit in one day. So I'd say that is probably my high score. Wait, what are you talking about? Of course I am. Fashion? No. I did 3 projects at the same time, big projects, and I got to 60%. And I used it daily for 8 hours per day. Last time I did it with ChatGPT, it was a $2,000 bill. Oh, you did it with Claude Max. Yeah, I'd say similar to me, man. I was going real hard and I couldn't barely get past 50%. You vibe coded that. Wait, your friend vibe coded a dashboard using crazy tokens to. Hey, that was trending for a while. It was trending to like see how many tokens you can use in a week or however long. People are like competing to use the most tokens. This is a weird world. Like, if you'd have asked 5 years ago a average programmer that in 2026 it's normal that individual devs will pay hundreds to thousands of dollars monthly to program. Well, you're not paying to program. You're paying to not program, man. I would, I mean, I would pay. If somebody said, hey, you can pay hundreds of dollars to not program, but still get the same results. I'm like, yeah, man, sign me up. That's kind of like hiring a programmer. So I was saying, oh, yeah, I see, Spoody. Imagine having a company where people are this thirsty to pay you money. Rolling in dough. Rolling in dough. How do you get motivated when you got so much money and so much success already, man? Like, I guess those people aren't motivated by money too much. Money is just a result of whatever they're doing. What are we doing? I'm just trying to get these things to review, man. Look at that thing. What is this? Man, this took something like this hit the $200 max. That's crazy. Hey, should I make... Hey, is this open source? Should I just make one for myself? And I guess show my token usage over time on my website. I don't know. I feel like people flexing how many tokens they use might backfire in the future when people realize it's not good for the environment or something. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to be a mark out here with people trying to attack me because of all the tokens I burnt or how much CO2 I put into the atmosphere because I vibe coded 10 billion tokens, you know? Wait. What are y'all saying? I'm studying stuff with AI currently. It's so nice that I can ask the dumbest questions and I don't have to be embarrassed. I would have not done this in university. Ask those questions from humans. Yeah, that's a good point, man. I just ask whatever too. I don't care. Just ask Claude to make you the same dashboard. You know it's training on your work anyways. Yeah. Hey, I might have to add that to my list. You gotta ask the dumb questions. I would do it all the time. I still do it at work. I don't care, no shame. Yes, I mean, all right. People say there's no such thing as a dumb question. I don't think that's true, man. I think if you ask a certain question at work, your street cred goes all the way down, depending on the question that you ask. So, I'm not asking certain questions, man. There's no such thing as dumb questions. There are only dumb people. Yeah, so you gotta be careful of you gotta know who to ask your questions to, and you should not probably ask all your questions in a public space, man. That's what I think. Feel work is a bit like marketplace. You have to brand yourself in a certain way. Hey, you know what I think really worked out for me? I can't agree less with you on that. That means you agree, right? Yeah. Is that a dumb question? Anyways, something that's worked out really well for me when I was at Google was this dang stream, man. Me doing leak code on stream. I don't think many of my coworkers watched my stream, but just the fact that they knew that I stream leak code to a bunch of strangers on the internet, I think it gave me a lot of street cred, especially like Advent of Code time. I organize Advent of Code for my org, like 300 people. And when everyone is competing and my name is towards the top of the leaderboards, even though nobody cares about algorithms at work and like you don't use them in your day to day, it people still like think that you can code good or something based on your like ranking in Advent of Code or whatever like that. You can solve leak code hards or some silly things, man. So I think my reputation definitely was like a strong coder at work. Not because people knew what I did at work, but because they knew that I streamed leak code, man. So it worked out very well that people knew. I can't agree with you less, meaning I don't agree with you so much that it's not possible for me to agree less. Oh, wait. Maybe. I got myself confused after typing as well, but yes. Yeah. Oh, well, who knows what it really means. Leak code is dead, at least in Europe. Interviews. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Google Europe ask leak code interviews, but maybe you're just saying generally smaller companies or even maybe big European countries don't ask leak code. In the US, I think all the big tech companies ask leak code. Wait, I gotta go soon, man. So let me check up on these dang things. Review this, review that. What did we do here? Push it. What is this reviewing, man? 377. Hey, if you think it's good, merge it, man. What's this one saying? It's all good. Merge it. Fix it and merge it. Clean up work tree. No, stop. Stop. Merge it, then clean up. LGTM, yeah. All right, our work is done here. All of our review agents did their job. Wait, I wish I was dead in here because right now struggling with easy and need to find a new job ASAP. Man. Do you have interviews coming up? Paulo Franklin's? Are you like trying to cram for an interview right now? Excuse me. 2 interviews. Very nice. And also maybe a little bit scary if you're not ready. My interview tests have literally been comprised of any and everything. I never know what to expect. Yeah, I think this is how interviews were before leak code, man. And I hated that it could be on literally anything out there. I think leak code, at least you had some boundaries of what could appear in the interview, so it's easier to prep for, man. When it's like a trivia interview, it's like, who the hell knows about this random trivia in the language that you never worked in before? Or and then they're gonna judge you based on like some random trivia. Like, come on, man. I don't know a lot of trivia. Maybe that's why. Cornelius, don't merge that? Wait, who? Cornelius did what? Merge everything. That's good though. We want Cornelius to merge it. Wait, I'm getting confused, man. Too many dang terminal windows open. Alright, let's see how much our thing has moved by. I don't think it updates like live. I think we have to refresh it. So we're at 33% for this session and 20% for the week. Did it change? 37%. So we 4% in a few minutes. That's how much we're moving by. Cornelius, nah. There are no monkeys yet, man. I need to make some code monkeys. Oh, wait. I think we're reviewing all of these. Alright, merged. And 2 more needs to be merged. So I'll just close these. Work tree cleaned up. Work tree remove. Alright, get out of here, man. You get out of here. Cornelius should be the PM. I mean, he's got 25 years experience, and yeah, no, we need a PM who has 25 years experience of being a PM. Cornelius is only knows how to code. I feel like getting a I feel like instead of getting better of the years, I'm getting dumber and dumber, especially after 8 months full vibe coding at work. Forced to, but enjoyed as well. That's why I leak code, man. I think when I leak code, I still exercise my brain a little bit. Or I guess when you play certain video games, you're exercising your brain as well. I think you gotta do some mentally stimulating activities. If coding used to be that for you, and now you don't do any coding because you're just offloading that to the AI, I think you gotta find some replacement for that, man. Whether it's leak code or Sudoku or I don't know, chess. I don't know what people use to stimulate. Video games, I think, is a big one. Anyways, I don't know what I'm doing. 25 years as PM, 25 years as SWE. I don't want that guy on my team, man. Too old. That guy's like 100 years old. Ask Claude to be my teacher. Me? You want Claude to be my teacher? Yeah, I see a lot of people use Claude to help them learn, like their algorithms or whatever, you know. All right, I just want these last 2 things to get merged, and then we'll rebuild. Oh, you know what time it is? It's time for a championship race in 5 minutes. So hopefully we can. All right, this is merge. Very nice. Clean up. Let's see if we can get this other one merged. I don't think we can. 379. Let me see what the hell is 379 anyways. Oh, it's a bug. Ooh, merge conflicts. All right, we won't worry about 369 right now, or 379. All right, let's build. Build everything. Oh, wait a minute, man. Let's pull in the new changes. And then build. Productivity. What's happened? Type in website like monkey type, or am I thinking wrong thing? Yeah, it's like monkey type. I'll show you. I'll show you right now as soon as we deploy the new changes, which may or may not happen in time before my championship race. But it's TypeBlazer.com. But I'm about to bring it down to put up a new thing. So give it like 1 or 2 minutes. Also, welcome. What's happening? Alright, that's my alarm. But there's a social racing aspect to it. Yes, there is. There is, for sure. So the idea is you have practice race that you can practice offline by yourself. You have a multiplayer thing that you can make a room and race with other people. But there's also a championship race once every hour, on the hour, that is supposed to have ELO ratings and stuff like that. But it's still under development, man. Like, things don't really work too well. Some things work, some things don't. You have to have an account. Oh shit, it's not working, man. It's still broken. Championship race connecting to lobby. I broke this earlier and I'm not sure why it's broken, but we gotta fix it. Yeah, don't worry, man. It's been broken, but let's try a multiplayer race. Let's try a good old multiplayer race instead. There's the link. My bad. I gotta really fix the championship server. So you don't need an account to join this multiplayer room, but you need an account to do the championship race. So here we go. I guess there's 4 of us. We'll just start. It looks kind of ugly. Man, that was a short passage. I'm so slow. But I gotta fix some things here. Buttons go out weirdly. Race results. I think we gotta change it up. Spoopd 75. Accuracy thing, not that great. Alright, should we do one more? Real quick, real quick. Hey, why is it giving us these small ass passages? We're both pretty slow. Spoopd, easy work, easy work. So this is basically the site, man. Nothing too crazy. I didn't see the countdown thingy. All right, one more, real quick. That's supposed to be 3 seconds. Dang. I don't think these are the right passages. For some reason. What is the point of typing fast if I can't type fast with proper grammar? Yeah, who knows? Anyways, so work in progress, and it's broken. Let me make that bug for the championship race. I'm unable to join a championship race lobby. So the championship race opens up, but I'm unable to join the lobby. On the UI, it just says connecting to server, but it never actually connects. Let me look in the logs, actually. Maybe there is some hints. Maybe my migrations weren't right. Error, look at that. Bunch of errors there. Let's load up more. All right, let me put this in the bug. Here are some logs from the championship server. And then let me check the API, because it seems like there might be some bugs there too. Ooh, passage number. Is That's championship race time, man. Here are some logs from the API. Maybe that's too many logs. I don't want to like have it read a bunch of nonsense, man. So I'll just erase these. All of these. I think one error is enough right there. So if I had to suspect anything, I'd say it's a problem. The API is erroring out with the passage ID thing or whatever it's doing there. Can you explore into what's going on here? This is a real bug that I gotta do, but it's time for me to go. I'm gonna fix these things offline. And hopefully by the end of the week, we can get the dang TypeBlazer to be somewhat stable and championship races popping off every hour and everything else works. We'll see. But, oh, should we check to see if this got fixed real quick? It still looks a little ugly. I don't know if that got merged yet though. Anyways. Let me just make sure this bug is there. Right. Very good. Let's find somebody to raid. Who's it gonna be, man? Vibe coding or what? Nobody's vibe coding. I don't know who to raid, so I need to make new vibe coding friends, man, but there's nobody vibe coding in the daytime besides me, or what's going on here? C++? C++? Anyone interesting you guys want to watch? Or some new streamer? I like to raid new streamers to make them excited about streaming, you know? There's a lot of C++ going on, man. All right. Astronomical time-lapse stacker. What is that? I don't know what's going on here, but let's go raid. Some crazy stuff. Rolling wieners, yeah. Anyways, I'm into photography. I'm into astrophotography, so let's see what this is all about. But I actually gotta go eat lunch, so I'm not gonna stick around really. Alright, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. I will try really hard to work on TypeBlazer and stabilize things and find all those bugs, man. I really want this website to work properly because I guess this is my first serious vibe coding project. And if I can't even vibe code TypeRacer, I don't know if I can vibe code something more complex. But anyways, Paulo Franklin's Little Pixel, Hasp. Adios, amigos. Spoopty, see you later. Productivity, see you later. Remy Jer, adios. Everybody who's lurking, everybody from YouTube. Whoever is out there, man. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Sergeant Pepper. Everybody, man. Adios, amigos. See you later, Paulo.